birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday, dear Autumn.
Cha cha cha.
Happy birthday to you.
Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the tree. What if the world had more of your smile? What if the wind could spread your love? What if your sweetness could reach everyone? There'd be no wars. Maybe the birds will sing about your heart. Maybe the trees will whisper the word. Maybe the sun will spread your joy to the ones who lost their hope.
You know the drama is never ending. Don't let it get the best of you. And all the fake friends just keep pretending. That's how the little things get huge. Paralyzing every pore. Oh, you feel it taking over you. To the center of your core.
What's your name?
Sheila.
Sheila?
I'm Sheila.
What are you doing out here, Sheila? What's your name, Emma? You're Emma?
You're so pretty. You're not so pretty as me.
Do you think you're as pretty as Sheila? Is Sheila pretty? Yeah? Emma, come here!
What's up, girl? What's up, girlfriend?
Hi, Sheila.
Hi, girl. What's up? Hi, Jacob. My name is Sheila. Nice to meet you, young man.
Give her a high five, Jake.
Give me a high five, son. Yeah.
Daddy's silly.
Baby.
One of the cool things that we did while we were out at Huntington Beach was that we got to put road schooling in full force action. Meaning that while we were out there, the kids got to learn all sorts of things about marine biology with the low tide and the high tides. And here we are finding crustaceans, and Jeff is helping them look for them, like with these little V-like, which is where their antennas come out of the sand. So he's showing them that when the water goes back, to look for the little V-like thing in the sand, and then you can dig them out and find them. As you're going to see here, he has found one, and he's showing the kids like what it is. And it was really cool because the week before, I knew we were coming here, so I pulled out the curriculum from The Good and the Beautiful, which is the one that we use. It's very open and go, and it's a family style, so all kids of all ages from kindergarten through 6th grade, sometimes it's even up to 8th grade, can all learn together, and then you just go off into different groups. But we had talked to the kids about low tide versus high tide and the different animals that live in there. And so when we were here, they got to study it all. And the cool thing is while we were here and learning about all of the things, the kids got out their buckets, and they noticed that when they would find these creatures and they would put them in the buckets, if there was too much water, the crustacean would just swim around and around and around, and it couldn't do anything because there's just too much water. But if they put sand in it with just a little bit of water in it, then they would be able to swim a little bit around, and then they would go right back into the sand. And then if she would shake the bucket, they would come out of the sand as though it was like a tide coming in, and they were looking for the food. And it was really interesting because they got to see all of this by themselves. And we also noticed that during the high tides, we found different crustaceans. And then when it was like super low tide, like a few days later, we went out and it was like really low tide, and they found different crustaceans that were out there. I actually think that those ones were barnacles the second day, which I didn't get film for, so sorry about that. But this is the best part about road schooling and being on the road and homeschooling at the same time, is that not only do we get to teach them different things and we get to choose the curriculum, but then we can bring it to life. So they're out there seeing and experiencing, and it's more hands-on, and when they see it and they get to feel it and learn of the creatures and kind of study it for themselves, they're going to remember it so much more than just being taught it in a textbook, because it's their life and it's what they're learning and examining, and it's a lot of fun. I was so thrilled when we found all of these and just got to really put our homeschool into, live action right there for them. So we had a ton of fun. But besides just homeschooling, we got to do lots of other things with the kids, and we also got to have fun. Said that the week before we came, we were studying the marine biology unit, and we also got to study some of the marine birds that are around the oceans and things. And then I was so excited because we got to see all of these pelicans actually take off around and fly and dive for their fish. It was a lot of fun. liking our videos, please feel free to subscribe and hit the like button. Also, comment down below if you have any questions about road schooling, or if you do it yourself, maybe what your favorite parts were, or just anything. We're happy to help share our experiences and what we've learned and things from it. Yeah, so we'll catch you guys next week. We are going to have audio next week. I'm sorry that we didn't have any audio while we were in California, but we did fix the microphone problem. It was just a simple battery issue, which I didn't realize at the time, but we'll have audio for you guys all next week.